Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have the finals of a DB Grinder tournament. This was hosted on my Discord. If you want to go ahead and plan anything like this, go ahead and check out my Discord. It'll be at the top of the description down below. And this is a finals of a $17 tournament. Each player played $5 to get in, only 4 players, small tournament, but still, there's a lot of good players in this. We're going to have Angelus, aka Ayo Chill, versus Pier 555, aka the ABC God, and let's just go ahead and we're gonna hop into this. We're gonna see Angelus win the rock paper scissors shoot, and they will decide to go first. 41 versus 40, opening hands. We have Kieran, Imperm, GG, Qinglong, and Ash Blossom. So this hand is good. Any hand that isn't a brick in this deck, I consider a good hand. Just because it's so bad when you brick in this deck. But also interesting that they're on this deck. I wonder if they're playing Sword Soul cards in there or not. Then they have Nib, Ash, Hanger, A, and Driver. So they have 2 hand traps plus a starter. Then they're going to go ahead, activate Qinglong, Kieran effect target. I don't think you Ash this, even though this could, get you to Vermilion, add Lulu, and then Lulu effect by dumping Shanwu and Lulu. They're going to dump Chuchi, Nian, and then GG effect. I don't think you Ash Blossom this, just because that would be risky, right? Because if they just have another hand effect, then you kind of just lose at that point if they just have another hand effect. So maybe they let this go through. They're gonna okay, so they are thinking on that. Alright, they do let that go through. So go dump Qinglong, special summon out GG, Nian effect. So here can't go for Zulkin without playing into Nib, because you can't use a Nian tuner for Zulkin, because Zulkin needs the monsters to go to graveyard, and Nian needs to get banished when it leaves the field. Same thing why you can't go for Zulkin under Shen. So they could go Coral Dragon and then Zulkin, but that's still enough summons to drop Nib. So they're gonna activate Qinglong, banish, go search out Lulu, and then discards the Ash Blossom, and then activate Lulu, target Kieran, probably trying to dump Shan Wu there, add City, but they do get hit with Ash Blossom, and then they're going to get rid of those 2, go for the Coral Dragon, and then Chuchi to go ahead and lower the level. Okay, so this is just a Shen pass. This is not crazy, but Shen pass is like the plan B strategy. Coral Dragon draw, but they do have another interruption. They draw Shan Wu there, so they're gonna have Imperm as the main interruption. I mean, Shan Wu could switch something to defense, but I don't think that's really gonna come up here. Could though. End phase GG had Kieran, pass turn, draws another Hanger, and then they're gonna activate Hanger. And then that will go ahead and search. So grab the B Buster Drake. Normal summon out B, Hanger effect, equip the Driver from deck. And then Driver effect, banish to equip C. C effect, unequip. Link those off into a Nightmare Phoenix. And then they're going to attempt to summon it. They let it go through. And then they're going to get C effect 1, B effect 2, Phoenix effect 3. Also, I really don't like how some question mark, because let's say Angelus said think there, and then 20 seconds passed and they say yeah, that's good. Then they were thinking on the summon. You should really say something like attempt to summon, try to summon question mark. You could even say solemn question mark. I've seen people do that. They're gonna Imperm, and then go search, special summon, and then get rid of those, go for a Unicorn, and then they're going to activate C and Unicorn, so spin back, special summon, and then get rid of those, go for access code, and then access code and A effect. This is just game. They're going to add back, banish, pop, and then attack. So going on into the next game now, we will go ahead and see Virtual World decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Lulu, City, Roshi, Imperm. Oh, this hand's insane. And they have A Assault Core, Pankratops, Harpy's Feather Duster, Driver, and Nib. They're actually lucky that they don't have a low impact hand trap, because otherwise Talents would be I mean, like, I don't know, you're, like, ripping something with the hand talents. I guess you just rip, like, Pankratops. But they're going to go ahead, activate City, bring out Chuchi, and then activate Lulu effect, target Chuchi. So this does play around Nib, as long as you don't, like, mess it up. Dump Qinglong, go search out Kieran. Then activate Kieran effect, target monster to go dump. That's going to dump the Chuchi and the Qinglong, summon out. And then Chuchi effect, raise Lulu by 3. And then they're going to activate Qinglong effect here, banish to go search. So they decide to not go ahead and summon out Zolkin before using Qinglong. They're going to add and then get rid of GG. Then get rid of those, go for Zolkin. So they did that so that way they can M7 it back. This is like a really easy line of play. It's so crazy because I'm used to like Master Duel Virtual World, and like with VFD the deck is like harder to play properly in my opinion. Maybe that's just because like I'm so used to like this. But they're just gonna go into Zolkin, set Imperm, Zolkin effect, special summon out the Crystal Wing, and they are going to summon it in defense, which makes Pankratops a lot better in this scenario. Then they're gonna activate Roshi. So Roshi's gonna dump the Nian and then summon back out Kieran. And then they can use the Kieran and Roshi to go for M7. And then M7 effect, attach, add back GG. And then activate GG to go dump. And then now I'll be able to summon back out Nian. And then they are going to go ahead, Nian there. And then they can turn the Nian and the GG into the Muddy Mud Dragon. I think if they want to use Nian effect, because like either way, they're not going to be able to get another card banished to have 4. So they are going to go ahead and Nian, put back Qinglong. Puts back Qinglong. Interesting. Okay. And then turn those into the Caliga. And then end phase, add back Lulu. So they have Chuchi, Caliga, Crystal Wing off of like the engine stuff, but they still have Imperm as another interruption, and then they have follow-up. No Shen, which is really unfortunate. I really like Shen. I mean, Shen's like insane. Like that card's really, really good to be able to go for. It also helps with follow-up as well. They draw Gamma. So they're gonna Harpy's Feather Duster. They're gonna change Chuchi to Pop. So go ahead, put back, and then get rid of those. Special summon out Pankratops. They said, "Oh wow, yeah, Harpy's Feather Duster Pankratops is pretty good versus this." Beat over the Crystal Wing. Effect Pop M7. Is there a world where you like Pankratops attack over Caliga, Pankratops effect, try to pop Crystal Wing, and then they chain Crystal Wing to try to stop it from being popped, and then you chain Gamma, and you get to summon out Gamma and Driver, and then Driver can go ahead and beat over M7 and Crystal Wing gets destroyed by Gamma, and you have like those link materials in main phase 2, because right now it doesn't really seem like you have anything. Well, it doesn't seem like it. You just don't have anything. I guess like what would the Gamma stuff get you? It could get you Lina. Lina can summon back out M7. You could normal summon out A. That's Appaloosa with a lot. But they go ahead and go for this. Maybe they don't want to risk the possibility of them having like Ash Blossom in hand. Still like having Gamma here though is still a pretty good interruption. They draw Chuchi. And then they're gonna go ahead and Qinglong. Qinglong will banish. In like a pretty simplified game state, Chuchi is a really insane card. Chuchi is just always an insane card. Go grab GG, discard talents, normal summon out Lulu, GG effect, and then they're gonna chain Gamma. That's really big, especially because like Caliga's up on board, so that's the one monster effect that they can activate this turn. So Gamma will go ahead and go through, and then they're gonna go ahead and Chuchi, raise the level, set, pass, draws Nib. They're gonna normal summon out A. They're just gonna go ahead and Chuchi pop that, and then pass, draws E-Telly. Okay. Activate E-Telly. So E-Telly will go ahead, summon out Nian, and then they're going to activate the Nian Graveyard effect to summon out. Then they're going to get rid of those, go for the Juju, and then get rid of those, go for Shen Shen. So that is summon number 4, so they can't get hit with Nib. And then they're just going to go battle phase attack. They don't have 2 banished for Chuchi. They do have Shen Shen Caliga here, though, which is still pretty strong. They draw Imperm. Okay, that's a really good draw, because next turn Imperm can shut off, like, if they're able to, like, get Chuchi live, they could shut off, like, Chuchi plus something else. Like, again, like, they haven't seen, like, a starter yet or anything. Draws Desires. Oh, such a good draw. So activate, go draw 2. We see 2 Qinglong banished there, so that is a little bit unfortunate, but they're, you know, probably playing 3 of it anyways. We also see 2 Roshi banished, so they don't have a Roshi in deck now. They draw Chuchi and Gigi. Then they're going to go ahead and activate the Gigi effect. Target Chuchi, go dump. That will go ahead, dump Qinglong, special summon, and then activate Qinglong effect. Banish itself to go search and discard. The opponent's only at 52 here. They do have to get rid of Caliga, though, if they do want to be able to go for game. They could, like, try to Chuchi pop it. Or they could... Yeah, they could do that. That does get banished, though. And so would Desires, because Shen Shen. And then that's just game, because that's 56. Yeah, going on into the next game now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to see ABC go first. Maybe ABC could have played that last game a little bit differently. Would have been a little bit more risk, but a little bit higher of a reward. You know, sometimes you have to sit there and you have to think to yourself, like, this is a risky play. I lose to Ash Blossom in this scenario, but do I win? Like, if I don't go for that play, is there a route for me to win? And, like, there was a route for them to win there. They just drew better than their opponent quicker. So I think that was, like, the risk that they were willing to take. I would have just done the play and tried to, like, get to Appaloosa. Just been like, please stick. Please. Then they have Nib, Talents, Desires, Kieran, Gamma. And they have ASL, Core, Desires, Unauthorized, Imperm, and Nib. And also, I'm pretty sure I would have ended up losing last game, because I'm pretty sure they had, like, Lulu, Talons, Qinglong Engraver in the top deck. So I would have ended up losing the Talons most likely. Right? Yeah, I think so. I would have been punished by Talons a little bit at least. But they have a few going second cards here. They actually open playable this time, which is really good to see. You know, we want our players to be able to play, so that way we can get better analysis out of it. They draw a C and Ash. I was about to call that A. Looking at the banishes, we can see 2 B drown there from Desires, which, I mean, at least it's not 3. That's a good way to look at it. Unauthorized, go ahead and equip Driver. And they also didn't banish Driver, which is really big. Driver is, like, very, very, very good. Without Driver, I don't think this deck would, like, be nearly as, like, functionable as it is. They're going to get B and C effects, so go search out C, and then special summon, and then get rid of those, go for Unicorn, C effects, so they can get hit with Nib, but they choose not to. They're probably just waiting for them to go for, like, ABC Buster, and then, like, oh, end of main phase, Nib, Chain Appaloosa, Chain Gamma, but they have Ash Blossom. So they're going to get A effect, add back C, banish, go for ABC Buster, and then set Imperm, end of main, go ahead, Nib, Chain Appaloosa, Chain Gamma, Chain Ash. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead, pass, draw Chuchi, activate Desires, go banish. Looking at the banishes, we can see a Chuchi go there. It's like 2 Lulu, like that's something. They have 1 Lulu, 1 Kieran in deck. The only thing that really matters is, like, Chuchi's gone, so now they don't have a Chuchi in deck because they also drew 1. And then they draw Lancia, Qinglong. Okay. Qinglong is like a really interesting card. The card can act as like a chalice. Like City is just straight up a chalice going second. But here they're going to go ahead, dump Nian, dump Shanwu. And then they're going to activate Qinglong, go banish Nian, target ABC Buster, chain ABC Buster, discard C, target Kieran, response, and then chain ABC Buster to go ahead and tag out. Go ahead, summon out B, C, and A. And, it's going to get banished from the ABC Buster. Activate Talents to draw. If they can, like, I don't think it's going to happen here, but it's like a Shen or something, like, getting over the board would be really big. Like, really, really big. Especially because, like, the Desire's banished. And then they draw onto City Kieran off of the Talents draws. Go ahead, set Shuchi, pass, draws Galaxy Soldier. They're going to Lancia here. So now they can't, like, ABC Buster this turn. They're going to chain Appaloosa, and that'll force out Gamma. So summon out Driver, summon out Gamma, and then turn those two into a Lina. And then get B and A effect. So they're going to get to add back C from the graveyard. Nope, never mind, they're going to add back B. Okay, and then go search A. What cards do I know in hand right now? They know B and A. They're going to activate Chuchi to out Lina. Okay. Also, that would have been a pretty cool interaction. Like, Lina, take Lancia. You can Lancia your opponent next turn. It's pretty nice. But they can get Lina effect now. Yeah, Lina, go search out Soldier. Did they really need to search Soldier there? Oh, I guess they don't really have. Yeah, they don't have an A left in deck. Okay, that's fair. And then discard, special summon out Soldier, discard, special summon out Soldier, overlay these, and then only 4. Yeah, it's only 3 summons so far, because it's been Lina, and then these 2. So turn those into a Nova, and then go for Infinity on the 5th summon, Infinity effect, taking Driver, normal summon out the B, battle phase, go ahead and get some damage in here. So putting the opponent down to 29, main phase 2, they're going to activate the B effect, equip to Infinity, so now it's unaffected by spells. C effect, equip to Infinity, so now it's unaffected by traps. So they have Imperm Infinity plus follow-up because, of course, like, this deck has ABC Buster from the extra deck. Pass, draw Lancia, and they know one of these cards in hand is Nib, so these 3 are unknown. They are going to go ahead and activate City. Okay, City will bring out Qinglong, and then they can go ahead, and use City, mill 3, and boost the attack of the virtual world for the rest of the turn by 200. I'm actually, I'm kind of proud of Angelus for remembering that. Nobody ever remembers, like, the effect of City. Like, the mill effect, is whatever there, but the effect of gang attack, people always forget about that. Banish Shanwu, and then Shanwu will special summon out Lulu, discard Nib, so they don't know either of the cards in hand now. Qinglong, banish City, target Infinity. They are going to chain Shuchi here to pop the B, so that way Infinity will actually be affected by the Qinglong. K, just to clarify where I'm at, Infinity is negated, B falls off from Chuchi. Yep. Alright, then they are going to go ahead and Kieran effect, dump the 3rd Qinglong and Nian. They didn't banish a single Qinglong off Desires. Okay, Qinglong, banish, go search GG. I don't know. Like, maybe it was Infinity worth just negating Chuchi. But at the same time, they've been seeing talents a lot. Maybe they don't want to, like, play into that. Discard Lancia. Then GG, target, dump Nian, summon, and then Nian graveyard effect, summon itself out. Get rid of those, go for Juju, Nian effect, put back, and then they are going to go ahead and go to battle phase here. Lulu attack infinity. Okay, so putting that to the graveyard. That's okay. That does make the Juju effect live. You can go ahead and get rid of those because something about this card a lot of people forget is that the monsters have to have different names. So you can't like go banish like 2 Lancia for it. And these don't have the same type and attribute. Like none of these do. Like it's a psychic, a rock, and a fairy. So they're gonna go ahead and attack into the infinity. Remember this does have its effects negated, so it's only at 21. They're gonna imperm on Juju. Okay. So that still just gets beat over. But they have the C equipped to it, so that's gonna protect. Also, it should be more damage because the city boosts up the attack for 200 for the entire turn, even virtual worlds that you summon after this resolves. Will they tell them there? No, it looks like they forgot. They're gonna go ahead and overlay those, go into fan. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and fan. They're gonna rip B because there's multiples of every other one, so they're gonna rip B, and they don't even know that the other two. Well, they probably at this point have figured out that the other two were banished since they didn't really like B effect go search or anything. But that's just game because now they have no follow up. Infinity and B. GG's. Didn't want to play in the talents. Fair, yeah. I mean, either way, I'm pretty sure they just lost there anyways. But yeah, it happens. That was a really good start for Pier, and the fact that like Angelus was able to like work it back was pretty nice. But I think they like the Desires banish kind of like hurt them a lot. They were still able to like play the game, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, so this is why you don't play Desires," but like I don't know. You could also look at game 2 and be like, "Yeah, like this is the reason why the deck needs consistency cards." Because even if the spot in the deck was Prosperity over Desires in game 2, they would have still bricked because they never drew that like spot. Assuming that they don't side out Desires. They might also just play Prosperity in the deck also. I mean, we didn't see it, but I think Pier was doing that before, and I know someone was doing that before. I know he's still playing set rotation. You can tell because there's Silent Universe there. Set rotation's good. It's just another field spell, another hanger. We're going to see that match is about 46 minutes long. That was a pretty good match. It was actually a really good match. And again, make sure to go ahead and check out the DB Grinder Discord link down below at the very top of the description if you want to go ahead and play in any of these future tournaments. We have a lot of good players joining them, so you can get some pretty good testing out of it. And also you can get some pretty good prizes. We also offer buybacks, so go check that out. Pretty sure that we're going to be posting a play set of Ulti Desires as the next tournament. So that'll be cool to see. Hopefully the finals in that is good, so that way I can go ahead and upload that too. That won't be coming out for a while. That'll probably be like a week or 2 away until I upload it. Just because that's when the tournament will end. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.